moving forward.
Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 4. We're getting a little bitty taste of winter out there.
A snowy Live at 4, the first of the season, I might say.
The holidays are coming.
The holidays are here, Alex. I don't see snow behind you, though.
Just a very, very fine snowflakes. So that hasn't been the case across all of southern Wisconsin. There has been some reduced visibilities, but yes, it's cold enough now. The snowflakes are starting to fly. And we got to talk more about snow in our 4 o'clock newscast. But I want to roll back to exactly about 1 year ago. I think we have some video from Halloween of 2023. This is what we're up against for alert day conditions Thursday morning. While we may not get a lot of snow accumulation from Madison and areas east, all it takes is a little bit of snow and temperatures right at that critical junction of 32 degrees. And then this is what occurred up near Camp Douglas, a semi-overturn causing road blockages for a period of time. So we don't want this to happen. And that's why we're highlighting Thursday morning for alert day conditions across southern Wisconsin. If we can take a look at what we have on Max 1 for our alert day setup for tomorrow. This is the final ingredient we needed for those slick spots. The Department of Transportation was saying, yep, those pavement temperatures may get down to freezing. And with that wet snow, windy conditions, Madison and areas to the east, you very well could see some impactful conditions. Storm Tracker right now showing scattered snow showers across all of southern Wisconsin. There's Dane County, zooming on out. It's everywhere, on and off snow showers, but we're not expecting accumulation tonight. But some reduced visibility is down to a mile in Janesville, down to a mile and 3/4 to the west in Boscobel. So we'll see that tonight, but little to no accumulation expected with this weather event this evening. But as we plan the rest of our evening going on into Thursday, winter weather advisory is going to effect at 6 a.m. on Thursday, lasting through noon on Thursday. And in Maine weather, we're going to break down when does that snow begin, who has the best chance of seeing it, how much we might get, and then the science behind why those overpasses could be a problem tomorrow morning. That's coming up.
Thank you, Alex. Well, with how warm it's been, it's kind of strange that some of our first snow of the season is finally here.
I know, it's been like forever.
Yeah.
We've been waiting on it, but look at it. Look at it. It's there. Well, it may be just a few flurries, though, but we're keeping an eye on how that could affect your commute. Our Armand Rahman is live on the roads this afternoon with how the Department of Transportation is preparing. Hey, Armand.
Hey there, Braden and Brady. Yeah, like you guys said, I actually talked to the City of Madison Streets Division, and they said they were just handling leaf collection yesterday, and now they're switching to snow clearance. So obviously, you know, they got to be very ready at the hand when, you know, the month of November rolls around and we can get things like this. Let's take a look now. We're on the Beltline heading eastbound. Just went over one of those overpasses. Like Alex was saying, we're getting kind of those light flakes kind of, you know, a little bit kind of blowing around on the ground with the wind. It's not nothing, but of course nothing Wisconsinites really can't handle. And obviously we're not out here to blow this out of proportion in any kind of way. What the Streets Division says, though, is that tomorrow morning commute is when things will get really dicey because of just the timing of when the plows will have to attack the snowfall and when people will be driving to work. Here, take a look at what they have to say.
It's not unprecedented, but it's not super common. I think the biggest concern we have is that they're talking about a quick, heavy burst right at morning drive time. And that's more of a timing issue. If this was happening at 8 and 9 o'clock at night, we'd all be less concerned about it. Or honestly, if it were at noon.
Yeah, and like he said, you know, that time frame is really going to be tough because plows are going to have to work through traffic. So he was advising commuters if they could, you know, shift their drive time a little bit, give yourself some extra time tomorrow. The Streets Division will have 32 plows dispatched to salt routes because their ground monitors, like Alex was saying, is really warning them for that 30-degree ground temperature, making things really greasy on the roads. Good for chicken, not good for driving in the morning. So we'll be out here throughout the evening kind of monitoring things and giving you that heads up before you do your morning commute tomorrow. For now, we're reporting live down on the Beltline. Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Armand. To a developing story now, a lawsuit alleges St. Paul Public Schools misused federal COVID relief funds under current Madison Superintendent Dr. Joe Gothard. Two former St. Paul School District employees allege Gothard and the school board refused to act after being warned of the overspending by the district's facilities director. The complaint also alleges Gothard earmarked funds to the district's general operating budget regardless of the government-mandated purposes for the funds, and that the district used COVID and nutrition Education Service funds to give gifts to certain employees, but disguised those in purchases as invoices. Well, we do have a statement from the Madison Metropolitan School District. It reads, "We have been made aware of a lawsuit that has recently been filed regarding St. Paul Public Schools. Because this is pending litigation in another district and state, MMSD will have no further comment."
The trial for a man accused of inappropriately touching 2 minors while teaching swimming lessons in 2022 began today. James Miker faces 3 felony counts of second-degree sexual assault of a child. The charges stem from allegations by 2 boys claiming that Miker groped them while teaching lessons at Oregon Community Pool in July of 2022. He pleads not guilty. In the courtroom today, both sides made opening arguments to the jury.
And that's why we're here today, is that both of these boys were grabbed sexually by the defendant.
Pay attention to the differences between an unwanted touch, an inappropriate touch, and an illegal touch. What evidence is there that this is actually an illegal touch?
Called to the stand today, both boys, both of their mothers, and the Oregon Pool Aquatics director. The trial is set to continue through the end of this week. Well, concern was raised amongst the Madison community Monday when the school district approved 2 resolutions, including one considering dissolving the district.
Our Kyle Pozorski met with the district's leadership today to learn more.
District Superintendent Joel Heisch tells me the decision to consider going into dissolution was not an easy one for this district to make. At Monday's school board meeting, Heisch laid all the district's options out on the table, including cuts and the dissolution. This following the district's latest effort in November to get voters' approval for an operating referendum. It was voted down. An earlier April referendum was voted down as well. Heisch says they are now hoping voters will take notice of the dire need to increase the district's funding.
What this is about is getting everybody to understand in 2 years, we will be out of fund balance. We will be out of money. And so because of that, we have to consider how to plan out those next 2 years. Dissolution is the last thing anybody wants.
Heisch further tells me if a third operational referendum does not pass next spring, the district will need to cut parts of the 2025-26 school year, including sports, clubs, as well as the closure of the Linden Station Elementary School. In Austin, Kyle Psorski, News 3 Now.
Kyle, thank you. The school board has not yet made a decision on if the next referendum ask will be in February or April of next year.
Well, later on Live at 4, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be in to answer all your plant questions. You can submit them now to tips@channel3000.com.
And still ahead on Live at 4, new information from Capitol Hill.
Whether a House Ethics Committee has decided on releasing its investigation report on Matt Gaetz.
Welcome to Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for beautiful furniture, sofas, chairs, and recliners, sectionals, and fun accessories. Shop our Fitchburg showroom today.
I got my together. I got my together.
The whole class knows I got my together.
Just say it. You can get your shots together too. Your COVID-19 shot and your flu shot at the same visit as recommended by the CDC.
I got my shots together, dude.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both.
Are you getting your together?
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it, you want some ice time, a nice time, so good you posted twice time. You want some cheer, now I'll show you where you gotta be, tell you who you gotta see, ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Enjoy the magic of the North Pole, just east of O'Hare, with miles of memories waiting to be made. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
Get cozy in Door County with a stay at Open Hearth Lodge. Find relaxation in our King Whirlpool rooms, or enjoy time with your family in one of our dog-friendly suites. At Open Hearth Lodge, stay active with our exercise facility and start your day with a continental breakfast. Enjoy our indoor pool and hot tub and share stories around one of our outdoor fire pits. Open Hearth Lodge, a Door County getaway with all the comforts of home.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sonobello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went a different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sonobello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
It feels good to feel good and look good. The mommy belly is gone.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-557-5298 or go to sonobello.com.
From our Dwellings family to yours, happy holidays.
Despite objections from Democrats on the House Ethics Committee, Republican members are rejecting to release an investigative report on allegations into President-elect Donald Trump's Attorney General nominee.
Former Congressman Matt Gaetz, dogged by allegations of sexual misconduct, returned to the Hill today to smooth things over with senators while his former colleagues discussed that report. CBS News has more.
Sir, who really leaked the report? The House Ethics Committee huddled behind closed doors about whether to release its report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz, President-elect Trump's pick for Attorney General.
No comment. We have a meeting today. I'm sure you will all be right outside the door.
At the same time, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance escorted Gaetz to meetings with senators weighing his confirmation.
I want to get to know him. I don't know him that well.
The ethics panel investigated a number of allegations against Gaetz, including sexual misconduct. He's denied doing anything wrong or illegal. Trump, in an apparent reference to Gaetz, posted on social media, "This is what the radical left lunatics do to people. They dirty them up, they destroy them, and then they spit them out. They are trying that right now with some great American patriots." Gaetz faces an uphill battle to win confirmation, but Trump is confident the Senate's new Republican majority will pull him through.
He seems optimistic about it. He didn't... he didn't seem concerned, but he also didn't seem anxious about it.
Trump hasn't ruled out trying to bypass Senate confirmation with a recess appointment.
The president has won a mandate, and he will use all lawful constitutional means to fulfill that mandate on behalf of the people who voted for him in record numbers.
That would not sit well with many senators.
Not for a cabinet-level position. That should be absolutely off the table.
Fox News host Pete Hegseth, Trump's pick to head up the Pentagon, is also meeting with senators. Torian Small, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Hegseth admits he settled a lawsuit with a woman who accused him of sexual assault to protect his career, but denies the allegations stemming from a 2017 incident. He'll face tough questions about his qualifications to lead the Department of Defense.
For the first time, the U.S. will send anti-personnel mines to Ukraine in another major policy shift. The U.S. intends for Kyiv to use the mines in the eastern part of the country, where Russian troops have made slow and steady progress against Ukraine's defensive lines. This days after the U.S. gave Ukraine permission to fire long-range U.S. missiles at targets in Russia. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin formally lowered his nation's threshold for using nuclear weapons, clearing the path for a possible nuclear response.
Yet another resolution calling for an end to Israel's war in Gaza, vetoed by the United States. That resolution was the fourth the U.S. voted down and called for an immediate, unconditional, and permanent ceasefire. U.S. officials say they won't support any resolution that doesn't require the release of Hamas hostages. Among those hostages, 7 Americans. The vote comes a week after several UN agencies warned of imminent famine in parts of Gaza.
Well, let's get a look at your first warned forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is here. Alex, I'm deciding to change my tune and be happy about this snow.
And we have a winter ahead for you to be happy as well. Then if you're going to change your tune here, always good to cast a little light humor too. But then in all seriousness, Thursday morning could be problematic, especially for Madison and areas towards the east. Wet snow, windy conditions, and slick spots. I'll explain why here in just a moment. And this is from 6 a.m. to noon Thursday. Once again, Madison and points off towards the east. But storm trackers showing blue across all of southern Wisconsin right now. Scattered snow shower activity, some brief reductions in visibility. Future track showing, again, this on and off nature of scattered snow showers, briefly reducing visibilities, but not expecting accumulation tonight. And we can see this on all of our sky cams, and we're adding more sky cams. Notice a bit of snowfall activity in Platteville, little reduction in visibilities here. The sky cam's really moving quite a bit. Look at the flag in the lower corner over here. Strong winds in Dodgeville with some reduced visibilities, and at the airport we've got a few snowflakes. 34 degrees west-northwest winds at 9, but I was out on the patio. It's gustier than that out there. Planning our evening, a few snow showers, otherwise mostly cloudy. Temperatures falling down to 31 degrees. Blaze will be here tonight for the 10 o'clock newscast, and I'll be here for the 6 o'clock newscast. Then things rev up as we go into Thursday. We have a winter weather advisory east of Madison for slushy snow accumulations, and with temperatures cooling down to that critical junction. This is tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. Temperatures right around freezing, 33, 31 in Waukesha, 32 in Janesville. That's all you need, just like what we showed at the top of the newscast, to cause slick spots as heavy, wet snow from Madison and points to the east fall. As we move towards 8 o'clock, Madison and points towards the east, maybe catching Monroe, catching Wisconsin Dells briefly, before mixing with and changing terrain as we go into the afternoon with improving conditions as temperatures warm up. Now, again, you might be saying, 1-2 inches, it's Wisconsin. Well, yeah, if we were a little bit later into the season, we'd be more acclimated to this. So it's this combination of the snow, the wind, and those temperatures and pavement temperatures, according to the Department of Transportation, saying that tomorrow morning, it's going to be an impactful morning, especially for Madison and areas off towards the east. Otherwise, windy conditions. Following our alert day Thursday morning, dry for a couple days, little light snow as we head towards Monday, and then as we head out towards Turkey Day, that Thursday, following that, we could be looking at another weather system moving into the Midwest that following weekend. Now, here's how this happens. Something like a semi overturning or a car or a slick spot causing an accident. Take a look at this graphic here. Notice the red and orange arrows on the overpass. You have heat that's going out to space above it. And look, some of that heat is going down into the river there as well. You have heat escaping from both sides of the pavement, and you have cold air moving over and under it. So that causes the overpass temperatures to cool down at or just below freezing, and that's how you get those slick spots. And they're tricky because you could be driving at a normal speed and then you hit this overpass with a little bit of snow on there, and that's how those accidents happen. Also, Frozen in Time, our contest. Send us your memorable winter weather stories and photos. First one at WISC-TV.com or scan that QR code. We've got lots of entries. We're going to share our winter stories and photos all winter long.
Thank you so much, Alex. Well, AAA projects about 6 million Wisconsinites will travel by air for Thanksgiving.
Oh my goodness. Well, if that's you and you don't want to arrive at the holiday empty-handed, TSA has a list of foods that you should make sure are stowed away in your checked baggage. Anything that can be spilled, spread, sprayed, pumped, or poured that's larger than 3.4 ounces has to be in a checked bag. That means things like gravy, wine, apple cider, canned fruits and vegetables, they all need to be tucked away. Items allowed through security include baked goods, meats, stuffing, mac and cheese, fresh fruits and vegetables. And is anyone else getting hungry?
I'm getting hungry.
Well, for items that need to be cold, you can use ice packs, but they have to be frozen solid at screening checkpoints.
And looking ahead to Christmas, Target is sounding the alarm bell on a surprisingly weak holiday shopping season, a potential warning sign for the retail industry. The company has lowered its profit forecast after projecting that sales during the final quarter of the year will be flat. Target also reported a sluggish sales increase. During early trading today, shares of Target plunged about 15%. The company is a bellwether for consumer spending habits and the retail sector as a whole. Still, Target's prices are higher than other stores like Walmart, so this may not spell disaster for all retailers.
Coming up on Live at 4, vaccine skepticism.
How conspiracy theories are impacting the rates of immunization.
Big Beautiful Sectional for just $9.87 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long, up to 60% off list. Deals so big, prices so low. While they last, only at Slumberland Furniture.
It's your last chance. Menards' 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day. Take care of any job with Bosch Power Tools. Menards carries over 75 Bosch tools in stock. Whether you need to rip, cut, drill, or drive, Bosch Power Tools provide the power you need to tackle the toughest jobs. Shop Menards' great selection of power tools today, like this Bosch 18-volt hammer drill kit. On sale for only $119. Plus, get an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
There's a fine line between gorgeous and Griswold. Don't get tangled up this season. Instead, enhance your home with Cardinal's smart outdoor lighting solutions. You'll spend less time dangling off a ladder and more time enjoying what really matters. We'll install smart outdoor lighting solutions catered to your needs so you can go from fancy to festive in just one tap. Light up your home like never before. Book online and save 10% on smart outdoor lighting solutions with Cardinal.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
Maverick, Ranger.
Another truckload of trucks?
Big event needs a big selection. Right, like the Ford F-Series. Best-selling trucks for 47 years. Gas, hybrid, electric, and big selection means great deals. Exactly, which means it's the best time to buy.
Choose Flex Buy on F-150 and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 Flex Buy and 1,000 holiday bonus cash. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
I got my together. I got my together.
The whole class knows I got my together.
Just say it. You can get your shots together too. Your COVID-19 shot and your flu shot at the same visit as recommended by the CDC.
I got my shots together, dude.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both.
Are you getting your together?
Dashing has been very helpful for me. Definitely brought me a significant amount of extra income and allowed me to comfortably pay my bills and live a lifestyle and get out and have some fun. Portable benefits would be great. It would allow me to afford health care, dental insurance, and vision insurance. That's great because, as you can see, I wear glasses. I will need to get more eye exams because I'm getting up there in age. I love the freedom and flexibility of Dashing, and portable benefits will give me an additional peace of mind.
It's the Black Friday mattress sale at Slumberland, up to 60% off list. Get a Sealy Posturepedic high-brand mattress for just $6.99. Or save up to $800 on select adjustable mattress sets.
I hear this help reduce snoring.
Welcome back. Less than a quarter of Wisconsinites are vaccinated against the flu. Even fewer have received the most updated version of the COVID vaccine. That's against the backdrop of President-elect Donald Trump's choice to nominate RFK Jr., who's been known to spread anti-vaccine conspiracy theories, as Secretary to the Department of Health and Human Services.
Yesterday, we had Dr. Jeff Potoff on to talk about the low rates, and today we're talking about why people are making those choices. Joining us now is Dr. Dominique Brossard, with the chair of UW's Department of Life Sciences Communication and the principal investigator for the Morgridge, did I say that right?
Yes.
Institute for Research. That was very wordy.
That was a wordy.
We
you made it through.
Thank
Sorry
you.
about that.
Oh, no, that's good. You've earned that title, so we should say it. How much of this is impacted by disinformation, misinformation that we're seeing everywhere, including social media and online?
Yes, sometimes it's hard to disentangle exactly the role of disinformation and misinformation. I think what we can say is when people see something that confirms their underlying beliefs, then it tends to help them move towards the direction that we wish they were not going. And in the case of vaccines, I would say that people that are already hesitant may become more hesitant. However, it's not clear yet if, this type of information completely makes them switch their mind.
And now we're in the position where the person who's going to be the top health official in our country is loud and proud about his anti-vax views. Is that something that could be playing into this and could make this issue worse?
It can, but it's not, I would say we're not convinced that it will. I mean, we have the example of Florida where the Surgeon General, Mr. Lapodo, was actually extremely against vaccines, and the race didn't really change much. What we have to say is really like the trends of vaccine hesitancy have been changing globally around the world, and around the states of the United States, but also in France. So the backdrop of this, I would say it's more like a consequence of COVID-19, people getting really tired of all those messages telling that to do, and also distrust in industry in general and other type of processes. So in short, the fact that we will have, somebody that has such a high position in the political process saying things that may confirm people's belief in that sense is not good, but it doesn't mean that it will completely change the direction of things.
Social media came up, and one thing that I wanted to ask you about is we see all these influencers, these fitness influencers who they look great, and sometimes some of them will start off like maybe they start eating organically, and then they start saying, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this, vaccines included. Does that influence people's decisions if they oh, well, I want to look like that?
I think you're really into something, because we know that the trust in CDC and a lot of institutions is declining, and trust in influencer is gaining power. And as we say in WISC communication, trust in the messenger is more important than the content of the message itself. So if you're an influencer that you like, that looks like you would like to look, telling you things in that direction, this certainly hurts.
How does this skepticism break up by age group, right? Because I think one of the things that I always think about is, our older generations remember polio. They remember vaccines that really changed the world. So how does this impact? Are those people that remember those vaccines a little bit less hesitant about these newer ones?
Certainly, but it's not a clear-cut relationship. Again, if you actually put into the mix, the trust in industry, big pharma, and so on, then it gets more complicated. But we can definitely see people with younger children being more concerned about this type of thing, against the backdrop of what you were just saying, that willingness to be as natural as possible. So I think the process is complicated, but I have faith in the American public doing whatever they can to keep their children safe.
And again, we're not telling anyone to do anything that they don't want to do or they do want to do. This is, we're looking at the social, ripple effect of what we're seeing.
That's exactly it. And I think people do what they think is right for their children, they should do so. However, we need to be careful not to actually look at the things that happen just in a little circle, because sometimes it gives us the wrong idea of what's happening in the world in general. And sometimes our social groups tend to indicate that one thing is the right thing, versus when you look at the big picture, it's different.
Dr. Broussard, thank you for being on with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right, next on Live at 4, after winning re-election, Senator Tammy Baldwin sits down with our Will Keneally about what's next.
What she has to say about the Farm Bill, that's coming up when we're back.
Owning my own home is nice. You can just come home knowing that it's yours. It's a sense of pride, sense of ownership, and enjoying it with everyone I love and care for.
Make a lasting impact on local families in need. Please donate today.
For patients rehabilitating from a stroke, injury, or illness at Encompass Health, regaining the highest quality of life is their primary goal, and ours, because there's nothing like the joy of coming home. The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick, exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $3,000 purchase allowance on this 2024 Encore GX. For attractive offers, visit these Buick dealers today.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
I just this morning made a new hole in my belt, so that was super exciting.
Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobello, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal?
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's best offer of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
Check it out, snatch waist. Loving, loving, loving the results.
It will change your life. It did for me.
Call 1-888-510-6198 now, or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Enjoy a taste of Wisconsin with Madison Magazine. Dig into local cookbooks that celebrate our culinary community and history. And meet two innovators who've helped us create memories through cooking. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Oh, look at those roads. Not too slick, it doesn't look like.
We've seen some little flakes out there.
Some flurries. I was driving around earlier, actually,
Yeah.
and it was kind of coming down.
Okay.
It was, I will say.
And that fits into our weather words. A taste of winter for some, an appetizer, perhaps, Alex.
That might be one way of putting it. When I say for some, we're all seeing a few snow showers. You can see it in my hair out here right now. 6-sided snowflakes are falling right now here at the WISC studios. But not everyone's going to get the impactful alert day conditions that were expected on Thursday. This is mainly for Madison and areas to the east as another weather system moves into the upper Midwest and Great Lakes region. The combination of wet snow, windy conditions, gusts to 40 miles per hour. And the Department of Transportation, where I have conversations with them, they help us figure out how cold are those pavement temperatures going to get. They think it's going to get down to about 32. So slick spots, a distinct possibility, Madison and areas to the east Thursday morning, 6 a.m. to noon. And that's why we have a winter weather advisory in effect for areas east of Madison. Some slushy snow accumulations are also expected from Madison and points to the east. Here we are with Storm Tracker, a lot of blue right now in Dane County. That means that scattered snow shower activity might see some brief reductions in visibilities across southern Wisconsin as these snow showers are scattered, yet widespread, and there's a couple of breaks here and there as well. Visibilities, I'm looking around here, most are between 3 to 5 to 10 miles, so no significant reduction in visibilities that I'm seeing right now. But the visibilities will likely be quite reduced tomorrow morning on Thursday for areas Madison and points to the east. We're going to track using Future Track the snow and who stands the best chance of seeing that snow, how far west it's going to get, and also we need to add to our winter weather awareness week some winter weather terminology. That's coming up.
Thank you, Alex. The man accused of killing 3 University of Virginia football players, including former UW-Madison student Devin Chandler, has pleaded guilty. Christopher Darnell Jones Jr., a former UVA student and football player himself, took a deal and pleaded guilty earlier today to multiple charges, including 3 counts of first-degree murder. Those charges stem from the deadly shooting in November of 2022 that left Chandler and his 2 teammates, Deshaun Perry and Lavelle Davis, dead. Under the deal, Jones Jr. could receive 5 life sentences.
The Sun Prairie Area School District is looking to fill a vacancy on its Board of Education. The announcement from the district comes a week after Alwyn Foster, a member of the board since 2021, resigned. In a Facebook post announcing his resignation, Foster said it was the way the district handled the departure of former East High principal Renee Coleman that led him to resign. He told News 3 Now in an exclusive interview that was the, quote, straw that broke the camel's back, citing issues with how the district's historically treated black staff members. The district has yet to comment on those allegations, but has thanked Foster for his service. The board will appoint a member to fill his vacancy through the April 2024 school board election. Interested candidates have to submit their application to the district by December 2nd. Well, what a nice beard you have.
Oh, this old thing?
I've noticed a few people growing them out this month.
Just 2 weeks, yeah. Look at that. It's for a good cause, for Movember, as they call it. That's what it's called. Our Meryl Hubbard is out to tell us more about this mustache and beard movement.
Lots of people think of Movember or No Shave November as a way to grow out their facial hair, but really it's about men's mental health.
And so the idea is that you grow your beard throughout the November period. During that time, you also make the commitment to engage in some kind of mental health or physical health engaging activities.
UW-Madison professor and clinical psychologist Alvin Thomas dives deeper. He explains that by nature, men are less likely to seek help than women, and that black men are half as likely as white men to get help. He says the reason is that, along with male gender roles, there are not enough systems in place where black men feel comfortable asking for assistance for both their physical and mental well-being. However, he says there are sacred spaces for all men to sit back and receive care. Barbershops.
That's the one place that you could go and just be yourself. there are not very many spaces in our society where men have the unchecked ability to allow their needs to be taken care of. You're always taking care of somebody else.
Coming up tonight at 6, we go to Perry Family Free Clinic, a medical and mental health clinic that also has a barbershop. Providers there focus mostly on Black men, a demographic they have found needs their help here in Madison. Reporting on Madison's West Side, Meryl Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Meryl. Wall Street drifting today to a mixed finish. The Dow gained 0.3%, the Nasdaq lost 0.1%, and the S&P 500 ending the day barely changed. Well, lawmakers in Washington are entering the final stretch of their current session.
That includes passing the Farm Bill before funding for it expires at the end of the year. Political reporter Will Keneally sat down with one of Wisconsin's U.S. senators about how that legislative drama is unfolding.
Fresh off her re-election win this month, Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin sat down with us to talk about her priorities for the next session. Now, this comes as the Senate faces confirmation votes on the new slate of Trump appointees. But before that kicks off, lawmakers will have to decide what to do with the Farm Bill.
On the Senate side, we've taken a much more balanced approach. And the question is going to be, can we get something completed before the end of December? Or will we have to pass a short-term extension and take it up anew in a new Congress?
She says that the Republican-controlled House has put forward a partisan bill that isn't connecting well with the Senate version. Now, the Farm Bill not only provides aid to farmers, as you might expect, but also controls nutritional programs like food stamps. Now, this is part of a wide-ranging interview that we did with Baldwin. You can see more from that conversation coming up tonight at 5.
Thank you, Will. Right now, lawmakers from both sides of the aisle are debating the path forward for the Farm Bill, but it's unclear whether Republicans will back that Senate version. When we're back, it may only be Wednesday, but Josh Spreiter is already working for the weekend, isn't he always?
He's always. And I just thought it's only Wednesday.
It's only Wednesday.
Oh, my goodness. 3 things you and your family can do this weekend in the 608.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Come celebrate the season with Baraboo Furniture and Mattresses store-wide fall kickoff sale. Every department is on sale. Save an additional 25% off the lowest marked sales price on Smith Brothers and England living room sets. Save an additional 30% off Flex Steel furniture, 25% off Amish furniture. Every department is on sale in our beautiful showroom, including Ashley, reclining furniture, spring air mattresses, and much more. Hurry in today to the huge store-wide fall kickoff sale at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress, where your satisfaction is our guarantee.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
He sent me to. This is for all lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Enjoy a website-like layout and swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Tonight at 6, we'll discuss the latest on alert day conditions and slick spots that are expected for mainly areas Madison and points to the east.
Then the season's first snowstorm is set to hit just in time for your morning commute. What you can expect when you wake up.
Thursday at 6, more than a decade after Act 10 launched, how Wisconsin schools are dealing with the fallout today and what it could mean for students.
We want the best learning conditions for our students.
After Act 10, learning with less. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
Okay, believe it or not, it's only Wednesday.
Stop this.
It's only Wednesday. I don't control the days of the week.
I woke up and I thought it was Thursday.
I hate to break this news to you.
Oh, breaking news.
Well, but Josh Spreiter is working for the weekend already, so don't worry.
Something to look forward to. He has your weekend planner.
I've got 3 things for you to do this weekend in the 608, which marks the weekend before Thanksgiving. And we started a little tradition here on News 3 Now that will continue this year with a little addition. We're previewing Sunday's North Pole party as we gear up to light the Hilldale tree for the holidays. Sunday's festivities are happening from 3 to 6 with the big tree lighting ceremony at 6. Be sure to watch tomorrow and Friday on News 3 Now this morning as we preview some of the special events. I've been lucky enough to be the one to help flip the switch for a few years now. And this year I've asked meteorologist Savannah Brito to be part of the fun. She'll be joining Santa on stage this time around. This is because I will be out of town traveling with the Badgers to Nebraska this weekend, watching both the football and volleyball teams take on the Huskers. I'm grateful for Savannah and continuing our annual tradition. Well, even before that, on Saturday, you can help kick off the holiday season at the annual Downtown Madison Holiday Tree Lighting Ceremony. Festivities there begin at 4 with light refreshments followed by the tree lighting at 5. This includes a special visit by Santa and Mrs. Claus and special guest Mike LaCrone, the former UW band director. He'll be lighting the tree at 5 o'clock. Keeping with the holiday theme, the Dane County Farmers Holiday Market is back at Monona Terrace Saturday morning. You can check out the same homegrown goods you can find at the outdoor markets, just indoors. It's a way for you to continue supporting local farmers and makers to finish off 2024. That is open Saturday from 7:30 to noon. For more happenings in the 608, just go to our section of channel3000.com. In the 608, Josh Spreiter, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, a lot happening this weekend. Yeah. I was telling Brady I have a Mike LaCrone bobblehead on my desk, so this is very exciting that he's going to be the one doing the tree lighting.
You get all the treats.
I might have to go.
Very nice. Well, following a close loss to the #1 team in the nation, the Badgers relieved offensive coordinator Phil Longo of his duties.
On this week's Wisconsin Huddle, we sat down with senior running back Tawi Walker. He says as shocking as Longo's departure was, the team has to move on to their big matchup on Saturday against Nebraska.
Sad to say it, but it's the era of college football now is you got guys that come and go all the time. Love Longo, great guy, great, good coach. But things happen for a reason, and we have to move forward, and I feel like we're doing a good job doing that.
Now you can watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30. That's right after News 3 Now at 6. And still ahead on Live at 4, Alex has your first warn weather forecast and special coverage for Winter Weather Awareness Week. How fitting.
And Lisa Briggs from the Brews Company is here to answer your winter plant questions. That's coming up when we come back.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, but with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat, Cool Sculpting Elite, the newest technology available. Book a free consultation to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
Nobody wants to put a new roof over their head. It's too expensive. And if they can extend the life of that roof and get 5 more years or 10 more years, it's a no-brainer.
What RoofMax does is it helps people in that they don't have to spend that $15,000, $20,000 on a new roof. They can spend pennies on the dollar.
The RoofMax product was a small percentage of cost of replacing a roof.
This is a great financial decision for us as a community.
The holidays and Chevy Silverado and off-road adventure and towing with confidence and tech you can count on. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet. Qualified lessees can get this 2024 Silverado for around $449 a month. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
The Friends of the Middleton Performing Arts Center present Divas 3, powerhouse Las Vegas vocalists performing your favorite chart-topping hits. Saturday, November 23rd, one show only. Tickets available online now.
Take an EKG from anywhere, but with 6 times the data. Can your smartwatch do that? Introducing Cardia Mobile 6L, the FDA-cleared EKG that provides 6 times more heart data than any smartwatch. And it detects 3 of the most common arrhythmias in just 30 seconds, including atrial fibrillation, bradycardia, and tachycardia. Cardia Mobile 6L, the world's most advanced personal EKG. Get yours today at cardia.com or Amazon.
The hottest ticket in town just got a holiday makeover. That's right, we're unboxing unbeatable values for your home every Friday in November. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, dining sets in multiple heights and shapes, best-selling mattresses, feature-packed power sofas, pop-up sleeper sofas for hundreds less than other national retailers, decor and more, all at wow-worthy prices. I think we sufficiently wowed him. So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday when you dare to compare at Bob's.
The days are shorter and the chill is setting in. Is your home ready to face the cold?
Feldco's energy-efficient windows can save you money and keep you warm this winter. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no money down and no interest until 2026. Specifically designed for the Midwest, our windows are also backed by nearly 50 years of experience in the industry.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Oh, you know where it's not snowing?
San Antonio, Texas?
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
70 and sunny.
You know, the thing about San Antonio is their overpasses are super hot in the air.
Okay.
I noticed that.
There's some
there.
trivia that you weren't expecting.
Crazy
Thank you.
overpasses in Texas. Look it up. It's wild.
Okay.
Anyways.
As we get closer to winter, you may have some last-minute plant questions you need answered.
Well, that's why Lisa Briggs is here. She has your questions and some answers as well. Hi, Lisa.
Did you know that about overpasses?
I did not.
It's crazy. When you go to Texas, you're going to be shocked.
Okay.
It's kind of scary. I'm not.
All right. I've only been
like
to
200
Houston.
feet in the air.
I've been to Houston, but I've never been to San Antonio.
Check it out.
We have some more trivia and some answers for you.
Okay.
So our first question, just wondering if we can trim back our rose bushes still. Ours grew exceedingly well, but have started tumbling into the driveway. I didn't cut them back last year, but they weren't that big last year.
Okay. So tumbling into the driveway, you definitely want to cut that back, and it's okay. It will not hurt the roses, because you don't want them scratching your car or getting in the way of the shovel. But the best time to prune roses really is in the spring, when you see the new buds start to pop, and then you can prune it back to those buds. That's the best time to shape it. So take out what you really need to take out so that you don't damage your car or snag your snow pants, and then leave the rest of the pruning until spring.
Yeah.
Okay, Rita wants to know, why are buds falling off of her Christmas cactus?
Okay, so it could be a number of things, Rita. It could be that you are overwatering it or underwatering it. It could be a temperature issue. Christmas cactus like a cooler temperature, but not really cold or really hot. So if it's in a really warm window with the weather that we've had until the last couple of days. But for the best diagnosis, snap some photos on your phone and email them to the plant desk. That's plantdesk@brucecompany.com. And then we'll take a look at them, and then we can make a visual diagnosis.
Ginger has a question about mushrooms. What makes them grow, and how do I get them to stop?
Okay. So I'm hoping, Ginger, that mushrooms are not growing in your house, because mushrooms and a lot of other fungus live by eating or digesting or breaking down decaying organic matter. So I hope that's not in your house. But the best thing to do, they're not really harmful. They're in a place because there's something underground, a tree stump or some roots that are starting to break down, and that's why they're there. Just take a shovel and scrape them off and throw them in your trash or in the compost. That will get rid of them. As the organic matter that they're feeding on right now breaks down and disappears, they'll stop. That's where fairy rings come from. Usually a tree was taken down, and they're eating the underground tree stump and roots, and that's why they're in that circle.
That's interesting.
I never knew that about mushrooms.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, one more for you. Okay. Lenore in Sun Prairie, he has a burning bush, approximately 20 years old, which has never turned red or burned.
Okay.
Any suggestions for that?
Yeah, so if it's in mixed sun and shade, the old burning bush varieties, which was just the straight burning bush, it really needs full sun to get that color that you really want. There are newer varieties that are a more dwarf size, and they also are more reliable for turning red instead of that kind of pink color or no color at all in the fall. So if you have one of the older ones, and it sounds like you do, if it's 20 years old, then likely what you see is the best you're going to get. If there's some way you can trim something to get more sunlight to it, that will help increase the red color.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Nice to see you in person.
Nice to see you guys too.
Yeah. All right, Alex, how was the weather? And did you know about the overpasses in San Antonio?
I did not, but
he
I
does
can
know about overpasses, though.
Well, and I got a good transition here. Those overpasses here in southern Wisconsin are not going to be like those in San Antonio that are warm. They're going to cool on down, and they could be slick tomorrow morning. That's part of our alert day conditions that we're going to highlight and break down here in just a moment. But first, right now on Future Track, showing scattered snow showers across all of southern Wisconsin, maybe even eyeing up Grant, Iowa, Lafayette, down towards Monroe, a little bit more towards 10 o'clock. But we're not expecting significant accumulation, a dusting at most. Storm Tracker here with blue showing we have snow shower activity across all of Dane County. So if you're driving or about to head out to drive out on the Beltline, get ready for some briefly reduced visibilities out there. This rain, now that has transitioned over more towards snow showers, expected this evening, brief reductions in visibility and snow accumulations dusting at most. Planning the rest of our evening here, our weather model is looking at generally cloudy skies, but we will have intermittent snow showers. I'll do the 6 and Blaze will be here at the 10 as those temperatures drop on down. We had that winter weather advisory to the east. This is for Thursday morning for the combination of slushy snow accumulations, road surface temperatures getting cold, and windy conditions east of Madison, although Madison, you will catch a couple of those snowflakes tomorrow morning as well. That's why we are highlighting alert day conditions. It's that first real time of the year where we're going to likely have some slick spots, and they can always be sneaky and catchy if you're not paying attention out there. Areas west of Madison may not see much in the way of snowfall at all. Look at this, Dells over to Lone Rock, Mineral pointing to the west. Not seeing a lot in the way of snowfall throughout the day. It's mostly Dells, Madison, and points to the east. Critical temperatures near 32, eventually warming up, and conditions will improve in the afternoon. So it's a brief period. It's also supported by the Department of Transportation, expecting those temperatures near freezing and those slick spots tomorrow morning to watch out for. As we go out further into the forecast, the next chance of precipitation, Monday, that's looking light, and Thanksgiving right now is looking dry. Still part of Winter Weather Awareness Week here. Let's do a little winter weather terminology. First, what's the difference? Winter storm watch versus winter weather advisory versus winter storm warning. The watch is really be prepared. We have the potential for adverse winter weather. The advisory is a wintry mix of weather expected. Use caution, like the winter weather advisory east of Madison. For tomorrow, that snow combination with the wind, but we can also have freezing rain, and that causes some impacts to travel. Now, the winter storm warning is really highlighting that a winter storm is likely. Avoid the travel. This is for a combination of heavy snow and or freezing rain and strong winds that causes significant travel impacts. But again, tomorrow's winter weather advisory, to wrap things up here, is for Madison and areas east of Madison, I should say, from 6 a.m. to noon. We'll be right back.
When it comes to winning internet, TDS is in a league of our own. Just like the Green Bay Packers, Wisconsin born and bred, we live, work, play, hire, and get involved in the communities we serve. Like delivering the green and gold standard of internet. 100% fiber internet that's as fast, powerful, and reliable as your other hometown favorite, the Packers. TDS, internet that's built Wisconsin strong.
Getting older is part of the journey, even with worsening heart failure. So when I had carpal tunnel syndrome, lower back pain, and shortness of breath, I thought that's what getting older felt like. Thank goodness I called my cardiologist. I have ATTR-CM, a rare but serious disease, and getting diagnosed early made a difference. If you have any of these warning signs, don't wait. Ask your cardiologist about ATTR-CM today.
Are your home's tired, leaky gutters saying, rain, rain, go away? Is your basement at risk of flooding? To the rescue, Fry Construction and our absolute gutters. Our gutters are custom fabricated on-site for a perfect, seamless fit that's engineered to excel. Wishing for a break in the clouds? How about a sunny 29% discount on our absolute gutter system? To get this great deal, visit fryconstruction.com today to schedule your roof or siding replacement.
Lumino is the first fluoride-free toothpaste I've ever found that actually works. My dentist was blown away with how clean and white my teeth are. My gums and teeth are so healthy, it's crazy. You can get Lumino toothpaste at Walmart and Target.
Tonight at 6, we'll discuss the latest on alert day conditions and slick spots that are expected for mainly areas Madison and points to the east.
Then the season's first snowstorm is set to hit just in time for your morning commute. What you can expect when you wake up.
There's a lot to love about life in the 608. Fundraisers, farmers markets, family events.
Tell Josh what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning. In the 608, weekdays only on News 3 Now this morning.
And we have some breaking news today. The New York Times has obtained a document that they say shows federal investigators established a trail of payments from Matt Gaetz to women, including some who testified he hired them for sex.
Allegations that the president-elect's pick for the AG had paid women for sex had been under investigation by the House Ethics Committee. The GOP members decided not to publicly release that earlier today.
We'll be right back.
Shop the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. Lease a new Silverado 1500 starting at $355 a month, or a 24 Equinox EV starting at $279 a month. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromMadison.com.
Hi, my name is Damian Clark. If you have both Medicare and Medicaid, I have some really encouraging news that you'll definitely want to hear. Depending on the plans available in your area, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with the Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. Most plans include the Humana Healthy Options Allowance, a monthly allowance to help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items. The Healthy Options Allowance is loaded onto a prepaid card each month, and whatever you don't spend carries over from each month. Plus, your doctor, hospital, and pharmacy may already be part of our large Humana networks. So call the number on your screen now and ask about a Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. And remember, annual enrollment ends on December 7th. Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed, the only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools by drawing warm air away from your body to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Our smart sleepers get 28 minutes more restful sleep per night. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery when you add a base. Shop a Sleep Number store near you.
It's a great time to have RG Heating and Air Conditioning check your home's furnace system for safety and efficiency. RG services all brands and installs quality Trane equipment to keep your home running smooth year-round. Call RG Heating and AC today.
From